Oh, hey, it's been a while. Now, Muckle Flugga might sound like a phrase that will be dubbed over Samuel L. Jackson's dialogue in an ill-advised pre-watershed airing of Pulp Fiction, but it's also the name of this book by Michael Pedersen, and the remote Scottish island on which it takes place. Before you ask, yes, the island is kind of like a character in its own right. That was so insightful that I knocked my microphone off. A wild, lonely, primal place home to roaring storms and a hint of the uncanny, Muckle Flugga acts as a sort of crucible, a testing ground that changes anyone who sets foot on it, drawing out parts of their character that might not surface in polite society. But for people who've had enough of polite society, it's also a refuge. This is certainly the case for our main trio. Much as I like a good outcast, these three really frustrated my attempts to root for any of them, except sometimes Oos, a young man who spends his simple and apparently happy life fending off the elements, reading books and chatting to an imaginary Robert Louis Stevenson. Oos's dad, a figure referred to only as the father, is your classic grumpy working-class patriarch who thinks his son is wasting time with all these books when he should be preparing to take over the family business of running the lighthouse and brooding over past tragedies. And lastly, there's Firth, a newcomer to the island almost driven to suicide by the pretentiousness of the Edinburgh literary scene and the destabilising element in this story. Upon arrival, he begins to take a vaguely unhealthy interest in Oos, idealising him as an unspoiled specimen of youth and creativity, and perhaps a ticket back into the good graces of the upper-crust city types he so clearly despises. Like I said, not sure who to root for here. But I enjoyed it all the same. The limited cast of characters and larger-than-life setting lend a bit of a mythical flavour, as these two older men battle it out for the soul of the innocent Oos. The author was a poet first, and that comes through in the prose. For me, the verbal flourishes elevated the story, though judging from responses at my book club, they might not be everyone's cup of tea.